And hello. So first and foremost, I do want to start by saying I am sincerely sorry for missing out on this past Monday's stream. Unfortunately, had a little bit of an incident come up. I was with family, and I had made a promise to them that if I was feeling better from the sickness that I had last week, that I would go and help with moving. And unfortunately for me, the moving started around 12-ish when we started doing the moving process. And I thought, oh, well, they just need help with a couple of big things. No big deal. Won't take that long, blah, blah, blah. I didn't actually get back to my place until about, unfortunately, almost 10:30, roughly. Somewhere between like 10 and 10:30. And at that point, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get on and be on long enough to make up for the fact that I missed out on my stream. Not only that, I had plans yesterday. So, any and every way of me to make up for what happened is unfortunately not going to happen. So, this week, unfortunately, we are down to just one stream. I can try to see if I can maybe get on tomorrow, but the problem with being on tomorrow, unfortunately, is that tomorrow I work. I'm back at work again for the week, so I can kind of make it work, but it's probably better to just go ahead and say, we'll go ahead and make up for this another time. This week, we're just doing the stream today. Still doing the same format as before, 4 hours with 1 hour little sessions, about a 5-10 minute break in between. And then we will get to... There we go. We will get to doing more of our usual content then. And Rutro Raggy. So one thing that's new about this setup today is that I've got a brand new kind of sick Xbox One X controller, but for some reason it is not detecting my controller. So give me 1 second to get that set up. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. And apologies, normally this is a lot snappier and more ready to go, but this is a little bit of a new process for me just because of the fact that we are using a new controller and stuff, so yep. So we're gonna jump right back into it. Now, it has been a hot minute since I played, but what we're gonna be doing, simply put, is we are in the Queen's Garden, and we're going to really quickly take a look around at what we need to get done. I do need to go into the Ancient Basin in order to continue the story from last time we played, which was a while ago, but we ended up beating OG the Hollow Knight. So he's done. We've beaten him. We don't have to worry about him anymore. We do need to eventually go and beat him a second, third time, but in order to do that, I've got some items that I need to get done with. So first thing we need to do is unlock our third and final spell ability. We also need to go meet a particular character in the Queen's Garden to get, I think, a part of a charm. Because I've got the King's Brand now, I believe, right? So with the King's Brand, yeah. I can go into the Ancient Basin, but there's stuff that I need to get anyway, and I'd rather just go ahead and get the spell or whatever knocked out now. So let's go ahead and take care of our friends here. Plus, I have one pill, or ideally if I can find a second one so I can get the nail upgraded again, that'd be great. Oh, jerk. This is the problem with these enemies here, is that there's no easy way to get on top of them without doing that. In the process, I'm taking too much damage. Or I'm just falling to my death, because you know that's cool too. Ah! Well, we're getting there. Really, for my charm build, I really want to get some stuff swapped around if possible. The build we're going for, that spellcaster build, it's really good for boss fights, but for general exploring, I really should... Oh, you jerk. Get away. I really should consider getting something that's geared a little bit more towards actual survivability. Apologies. Going the wrong way already. Welcome back to Hollow Knight. You're lost. Yay! Let's see. I need to go over here. We actually need to go up. Explore this area we haven't been to before. Oh, the stag station. So this is actually really good for us anyway, because we need to get to the stag station. And we've got new enemies. That was kind of a joke, actually. Get wrecked, son! Oh, man. Nice. Well, we're doing good right now. Alright. Considering this is our first day back, not bad. And I just healed when I didn't need to. See what we got over this way. Sounds like there's something over here. Oh, hey! Yay! Grub friend! Now, we do need to go back and see the grub father, because I think there's a bunch of stuff we haven't gotten yet from him, so we'll see. Oh, you jerk. And there's something over here, obviously, so let's go take a quick peek. Huh. Wonder what this is. Here sleeps the trader's child. Oh, so this is actually lore stuff here. The Mantis tribe actually had 4 individuals in the tribe. 3 sisters and a brother. And the Mantis Lord, the brother, actually... Alright. Sorry, throat's a little unclear because I just had dinner before I got on here. Lore stuff. So, when the Radiance's infection actually befell the entire kingdom of Hollow Nest, what ended up happening is that the Mantis tribe ended up being able to resist the Radiance's power, but the Radiance actually offered power to those who were willing to take it. Well, the Sisters of Battle, or the 3 Mantis sisters, let's see if we can pull them up real quick. They're around here somewhere. That's still near the top. The Sisters of Battle actually decided they did not need the power, they did not want the Radiance, and so they basically ignored... Here we go. They actually ignored the Radiance's call. One of them, however, did not ignore the Radiance's call. So, that individual who did not ignore the Radiance's call ended up taking the power into themselves and rejecting the tribe's traditions and things like that. So what ended up happening is that one particular Mantis became infected and created his own tribe in Queen's Garden, which is what we're taking on and dealing with right now. Eventually we'll get to a part where... Oh, these buggers. These enemies are super obnoxious. These guys are annoying. Just because they are really hard to predict which way they're going to go. But eventually we'll take the Mantis Lord on, and we'll see what he's about in a minute. But we'll make our way all the way over here first. Huh. These enemies normally run away. Also, this is one giant-ass carcass. That's weird. The birds aren't running. Oh, you mother! Alright. We haven't been over here before, obviously. Oh, you dirty little rat bastards! Sorry, I do need to find something else to say other than rat bastard, but apparently that's become the thing that I'm very commonly saying without realizing it. Ahaha! Get fucked, mate. Not catch me this time. Might be something else that catches me in here, but not that. Oh. Eh. So let's see what we got going on in here. Oh, jerks. Again, right now what we're trying to do is there's a... Jeez. There's a specific ability we're trying to get to in the game here, and this direction I'm going now is meant to get to it. And get wrecked, son. 1, 2... Oh. Everybody wants a piece of this ass, I swear. Everybody wants a piece of this ass. Oh! Oh! Get wrecked, fool. Well, there's that at least. Alright, so... Actually, my mic's sitting a little high. There we go. I kind of want it at a nice height where I can, like, have it here. Sorry. Where I can see, like, my power button, because I've had too many issues with that when doing Hollow Knight so far. But I don't want it too high that's, like, obstructing anything, so... I might have to make some tweaks off-screen when I get to it. Let's see what we got down here. Somewhere around here is... wrecked. Somewhere around here is, Ow? Is that ability that I need, and on top of that, it's also the Stagway somewhere around here. I don't know where, but somewhere around here. Oh. Oh, it's one of the cute little guys from Green Path. That's cool. Oh, this looks like... Oh, hi! Oh, the Queen! The Queen is coming! I've been waiting so long, and now she's almost here. I feel like I'm about to burst. I've kept it safe. This sacred garden. I've kept everything safe all this time. As soon the Queen will return and teach me to fly. Hey, Remy! How's it going? Leave him. Stag is just to the right. Shall we wait together, stranger? Shall we play together? Yeah, actually, we are going to go ahead and not worry about the stream fight just yet. I do need the Stag Station, and I do need that spell, so... Ah! Potato has returned! They call me Sputnik for a reason! Actually, yeah, this is one of the few Stag Stations that are in a really bizarre spot. We'll just pop the door, have a little rest, which will update everything. Go ahead and pay off the machine. And yeah, actually, we're getting a lot of stuff. The only thing left to do is we need to find where the spell is in this area.
Little one, I found it. The stag nest where I was born and raised. I've yet to go there again. My duty binds me to travel only where I am called. But if you wish to see it yourself, I could take you there. None may remain to welcome us, but this nest is still a sight to behold. Give me the word, and we'll go there at once.
Hey! Well, Stag, not right this second, but yes, we do want to check that out. Let's see. So this opens up where the Stagway is. We're going to need to go up and to the left, not only because of the fact that there's a grub over there somewhere, but also because of the fact that we need to get this freaking spell. Fun fact, Queen's Garden and Fog Canyon used to be parts of Green Path, and the Pale King invaded. Yes, actually, there is a entity that rules this part of the world of Hollow Nest. Technically, it's not a true god, like the same level of like reverence and power as the Pale King and the oh, what's her name? It's the Queen of Hollow Nest, but she's like the tree. I can't remember her name. We'll see her in here eventually, but the thing is that these two entities are considered pale beings, so they're much higher entity beings or powerful deities in the area. But the creator of Green Path, Fog Canyon, and the Queen's Garden, thank you, the White Lady, thank you, Remy. Queen's Path, Fog Canyon, and Green Path were all created by an entity called Un, or Un. I prefer Un, it just sounds a little bit better to me. It's a stupid reason I know. Instead of getting proper pronunciations, I should be doing it right, but I really don't care. I like un, I'm going with un. Alright, let's get up and around over here. This is the only real annoying platforming bit, is that there. The highest power level in Hollow Knight is association with the light. That's true. I guess the Radiance... Well, actually, the Radiance is considered to be the strongest being that's not Void. Because the Void as an entity, which we're getting into some real deep shitesa here when I say all that. Like, the Void as an entity is a very powerful being, but the problem with the Void is it doesn't have any control over itself. It's just basically like a force of nature almost. My OCD is not letting me. There we go. So this is blocked. This is a way we need to go, but we need a special ability to get it, which is the Shade Cloak. We don't have that yet. That's on our list of things to get. I'm just trying to get a certain spell before I go get the Shade Cloak. So we'll go knock that out real fast. Oh, you. Get out of here. Oh, I wasted that, of course. I'm not mistaken, Fog is where I get the spell that I want. The Void isn't a being, but a collective, so it can't dominate due to its own chaos. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Remy. In essence, the Void is another, like, powerful force of nature, like the light is, that is in the Radiance, but at the same time, you don't have any real control over the Void. Well, you don't have any control over the Void. Eventually, spells between Fallen Arcania and the Queen's Garden. Okay, cool, thank you. I do know that there is a grub over here, though, so we'll go save him real fast. So let's go here. Now. And this is where we could lose it all, folks, but let's see if we can avoid it. Hey! We did it! Bye, grub friend. Oh. This is just gonna draw me at the beginning? No! Crap. This could potentially be bad. But let's see. Alright. Just make our way back casually. And there we go. No biggie. Let's carry on. Oh, and this is to get to the Queen's... Or this is in Green Path, so we'll cut our way down. Oh, come on. I can't even get back to Green Path. So, now we're going to need to make our way to where this spell is, which Remy thankfully pointed out where we need to go, so we'll go there real quick. So generally we need to get to around, roughly around here somewhere. It should be in there. Once we hit a bench as well, that'll kind of show everything that we may or may not have missed, which would be nice. Go down. Hit this up for spell. Heal real quick and go all the way to the right. Yeah, it's down to the right here. Okay. Get out of here, you joik. Alright. Oh, wait, we've already been in here, so... Ow! What a jerk. Looks like there's something over here, but I can't get through that without the shade cloak, but the shade cloak isn't necessary right now, so this opens this up. No, wait a minute. Am I just stupid? I already have it. Wow. Okay, I apologize all. I was thinking that we didn't have it from last time, but we do. We totally do. So now, since we already have the spell available to us, which is called, because I'm a goof and did not remember what it was called, Howling Wraiths, which is arguably one of the best spells in Hollow Knight, if I'm going to say so myself. Especially for a spellcaster build, like this thing hits like a truck, which is great. Since that's the case, we're going to go ahead and go to the Kingdom's Edge, since I already wasted enough time here. And we will do everything in the Abyss that we need to do. Actually, since I'm here and I haven't shown it off yet. Oh. Second only to the Abyss Shriek. Actually, yes, the Abyss Shriek is the upgraded form of Howling Wraiths, so yeah. Howling Wraiths is really good. Abyss Shriek, which is the upgrade form. Whew. That ain't got you quivering in your pants from how amazing that spell is to do damage, then I don't know what will in Hollow Knight. At least for a spellcaster build. If you're not into spells and stuff, then you're probably looking at this ability like, it's alright. Yeah, we need to go down. Preferably not getting hit on the way going down. Preferably not getting hit on the way going down. Go to the left. Yeah. So now the map is updated. So when we look at Queen's Garden, there's an area that we cannot get to yet, which is this one here, but that's really it. So, really quick, since we have the time and the option, let's go ahead and go to the Stag Nest. But first, what's our boy saying?
Before you rang the bell, I'd almost forgotten this station existed. It was not often used by the common bugs, being a well-guarded retreat for our late queen. Even as overgrown as they've become, these gardens are still beautiful after all this time. I'm sure the queen would be happy to know that.
Would be? Alright, let's go to the Stag Nest real quick and say hi. And be really, really sad. So this is the nest. Let's see what we got going on.
Being back in my old home, I feel the weight of my long life bearing down on me. I carry it proudly, though. Wherever I travel, the memories of my family and my kind will come with me.
And now, unfortunately, we get to the sad part. So there's a bunch of bells here. This is usually what's taken to repair broken bells or to stations that are not really available. And sadly, as you can see, most of the stags are gone. But fortunately for us, they did leave behind one thing that's going to help us out. The start of the last soul fragment, which is something we really need. I think there's more in here too, if I'm not mistaken. We'll take a look though. This is a little platform. I believe they use this to take it up to work on different things in here, like saddles and stuff like that. But when you go over here, and you take a look around, you'll notice there's a bunch of these eggs here. And then when you take a look at this one specifically, an empty eggshell. So I don't know if this is what our stag that we have now came out of, then this was the last stag egg, or if there's another eggshell. And I've never tried to dream nail it, which it looks like it doesn't do anything, but unless this is something that comes up later in the game, that's pretty much it for the last stag nest. Oh, it definitely was the last one he came out of? Okay. That makes sense then. And when you look, we pop out in an area in the Howling Cliffs where we are. So now we just drop back down and we'll go ahead and make our way back to where the real plot line needs to develop, which is in
The Abyss. What do you think of my old home, little one? It was full of life once. Stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they'd been and the passengers they'd met. For a long time now, I'd consider myself the only one remaining, the last stag. But being in the nest again, there's something in the air, a smell, or warmth, or a presence perhaps? Could it be other stags have made their way out into the wider world? Yes, I will hold on to that hope. My kin, still alive, still out there, journeying beyond these lands. But for me, I could never abandon the stagways, not as long as passengers still need them. I can tell you still have important work to do. I will be your companion as long as my old body still serves. Let us enjoy the old stagways of this kingdom together a little longer.
Yeah, it is really sad that, unfortunately, in Silksong we're not going to get the stagways anymore. It kind of makes sense, though, because if the stagways are only native to Hollownest, it would be really weird for them to pop up in Farloom, but we'll see. Who knows what happens. I want to hold on to the stag's belief as well that maybe some of the stags got away. Who knows? We'll never know. All we know is that Stag is best boy, because Stag is basically our pet at this point. Oh, yeah, the fact that the Stag is not going to be in the next game, yeah. We'll see, though. So, we need to go to the hidden station for the plot shit, which is where we're going to go now. So, now we're here. Go ahead and save up real quick. I don't think there's really anything I need to worry about having at this point that we'll need to worry about, so we'll just carry on. Fuck you, dude. We'll be back for you later. Alright. And down we go. Okay, so there's that. This is going to be the first time, at least on the stream, that we're going down. Because normally when you come down here, you're coming down here because you've got this giant frick-off door right here that you can't get through, normally. However,
Higher beams.
whoops. Did not mean to trigger that before I got in. Let's read the tablet here.
Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and the regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer.
So, the pure vessel, aka the Hollow Knight, came from in this area that we're about to go into. And it was sealed with the King's Brand, which unfortunately, I did not mean to trigger that tablet while the animation was going off, but we just opened it up. Normally when you come down here, if you do not have the King's Brand, which is this little doohickey here, you can't get in. But since we have it, we can get in. And what awaits us below, if I don't get hit in the process, what awaits us below is what is single-handedly my least favorite area in this entire game. Welcome to the Abyss. Now, the Abyss in and of itself aesthetically doesn't have anything that creepy when you're making your way down. We do have something special here. We'll get to this later. I think I have Joni's Blessing to start this up. Yeah, so we do have Joni's Blessing. This is a special item that you need Joni's Blessing for, and then you need enough mask shards to actually get this to open up for you. We'll worry about that as the last thing we do on the layout, because I think I'm going to have enough hearts. I've got the Lifeblood heart, and I've got Joni's Blessing. That should be more than enough, I think, to open everything up, but we'll see. I might have to come back later once I have everything unlocked. But you start making your way down a little further, and unless you stab your balls on a rock here, you start to realize there's some problems. Like, what's right in front of me here? There's this old song. I don't know if I don't know how many people are going to actually know what it is or not. I've got a very old friend of mine who used to love the song, and the song literally was just called "All My Friends Are Dead." That's basically all the main lyrics of the song. It goes something like, "All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead." And that's basically where we are, is in a spot where all my friends are dead. And the thing about the Abyss is that, as you can hear, there's really nothing going on. There's nothing actually that creepy happening. But it's just the further and further you get down, the more and more bodies. Yeah, the more and more bodies you start to see, and it's like, oh. And you kind of notice they kind of look familiar. Like some of the bodies that were in Nosk's lair, and the broken vessel / lost kin. And it all starts to kind of slowly add up that this is some real bad juju shit going on here. I mean, look at this. There's more. And more. And then we get to the bottom. And it's just the Abyss. So this is single-handedly... Oh. This is single-handedly one of the creepiest areas in the game. Oh, we got more. Got more friends. As you just kind of progress along, you just realize how bad everything is down here. And what's funny is that they black and gray out pretty much all the color in the area. They wash it all out. Specifically just so that the infection itself can be, like, very distinct and visible here. Now this is interesting. So when you dream nail this...
Our voices will cry out again.
I had theorized with one of my friends who was playing through Hollow Knight that potentially this would be where you upgrade this little ability here. The Howling Wraiths, and sure enough, yep, sure enough, this is actually where you do it. So all you got to do is this. Their voices will be heard again.
Inside.
We have the Abyss Shriek. So the reason why we went and got the spell from the Snail Shaman in the Queen's Garden was specifically so that when we came down here for this, we wouldn't have to backtrack again. It is a little out of the way to do in that order instead of following the plot line, but just the less stuff that we have to do, just in between everything, the better, I think, so... And if you listen closely when you're walking along, just listen to this. The crunching and the squishing. It's literally you walking over bodies of the dead. And those are bodies coming out of the black. Ugh. And see, the void itself is actually not that scary until you get to this shit. Ugh. This is literally a mass pool of void. And the thing about the void... Okay, I'm going to read off what Remy said here because this is actually very relevant to what we're about to talk about. The Abyss was the home of those who praised the void long before the arrival of the Pale King screwing everything up. It is their voices that will be heard. So, with the Abyssal Shriek, it's the voices of those who had passed away in the realm of the Abyss, whose voices are coming back into us. Now we use it in our Soul Shriek ability. But again, I mentioned before that the void is formless to a degree. It's like it's there and there is something in it, but it's harder for the void to actually come together into a unified fashion. This is an example of it not being unified. And if I were to take a step into this, or just try to dash through it without getting over it high enough, I will take damage. Ugh. And this area of the game creeped me out the most because just look at that! Look at that! For like heebie-jeebies going down my spine, there is not a lot happening in the abyss, but there's enough happening that it fucking terrifies me. And I hate it so much. It wants a hug. No, that is a hug I do not want to give it, Remy. Also notice, when we're hitting these enemies, we are not generating any soul. Eh? Ah. Get back. Sorry, friends. I don't want to give you a hug. I'm trying to practice social distancing, guys. I can't give you a hug. And I definitely don't want to give whatever the hell is in the abyss a hug. Fuck those pools. Also, these guys hurt if that wasn't obvious. It's probably a little bit of a waste of soul there, but I didn't want to have to deal with multiple enemies. The void is the Rona protesters. Somehow that wouldn't surprise me. And these guys are reforming, which is not good. Friends. Leave me alone! Alright, so we go inside. We get some soul. We get some more soul. And there's this weird thing here, along with someone over here. Let's see what's up.
Turn it off? Cannot. My king, I'm sorry. The sea calls.
So there is a giant-ass sea of void right next to us, and the reason why he was supposed to stay in here, unfortunately for this poor retainer, was he was supposed to not hit this switch. This was literally the guy's only job, not hit the switch, because he would turn this off, and you're not supposed to turn this off. So yeah, this guy failed at his job horrendously, unfortunately, but you can't blame him too much. Like, to be fair, yeah. Now, normally, I can't hop into this. And normally, if I try to do the dash like this, through here, the void would just grab me and damage me. But, this time, because we got the lights on there, we can just pass on through. Now, as we're passing through here, unfortunately, we do still have to deal with my least favorite thing in the world, which is this stuff here. And obviously we need to go this way, but we can't because if I try to dash, I get hit. So since I can't go that way, we're gonna go around and go up here. And get this thing that's totally not a ripoff of Metroid. We're in the water. And we've absorbed the Shade Cloak. Press right trigger to dash forward, cloaked in shadow. Use the cloak to dash through enemies and their attacks without taking damage. This is our first true iframes dodge that we've gotten in the game. And since we're still here... Oh! Oh, that's interesting. And look at that... Guy's a void worshipper. Don't know what you're saying. Real quick, though, I didn't actually notice that because I've never tried to come back down here and dream nail this entity after the fact. But if you dream nail this statue, or this being, whoever it is, it has a seal of binding on it, but I can't tell if it's like a traditional seal of binding that's like white, or if it's like a void seal of binding, if that's even a thing. Because normally the seal of binding, it's like really bright white accents. This has like black stuff going all over it. That's really cool. I wonder if it's a void seal. That would be awesome. Alright, but regardless, let's go back over this way. So remember this guy? Now we can just ignore it. And we get an arcane egg. And this sucker... Whew! This sucker's worth a lot of money. I don't think there's anything else in here, but let's just explore just to be safe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't get through this way anymore. Eh. And obviously there's a cooldown on the amount of times we can dodge, so that's why you want to wait, go through, and then that little pulse that comes off of us, that lets us know that our dodge is available again. So now we can go through. Again, I don't think there's anything else down here. We'll come back and dream nail that after the fact, since it's got the guard on it or whatever, and that's like story relevant, but for the most part, we're pretty much done down here now. Take a skibbity beep bop dee 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 dop 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 back. Alright. Just ignore that. And since we're back in the abyss proper, as far as I can remember, there's nothing that requires this ability to dodge over into after the fact. So we just need to go back up from here. Which means we gotta deal with these guys, unfortunately. So now we'll start making our way up. And again, notice we're getting soul from these enemies, but not the other ones. It's because they don't have a soul. They are soulless. Deepness charm now. Fuck. I forgot about that. Thank you, Remy, because I do need to do that. Yeah, since it's plot relevant, we'll do the deepness charm. We've got... It's not, like, super critical to get the deepness charm. Technically, what we need to be doing to advance the story, at least, is to go back to the Queen's Garden where we were, because that shade barrier that we couldn't get through before, that's what we need the shade cloak for. But because, I mean, we're at 45 minutes in, so we don't have too much more to go. But since that's the case, yeah, we'll go back to Deep Nest and get that shit knocked out. You know what, I actually have to say, from an aesthetic side of things, the Abyss is the most terrifying place in the game, I think. It's really cool. But, yeah. Sharp Shadow really helps. Oh! I forgot about Sharp Shadow and Deep Nest. Thanks, Remy. Yeah, so Sharp Shadows actually will give our dash the ability to deal some damage by dashing through enemies. That'll be really helpful in the arena, which we might even go do the arena, potentially. And hey! Look who it is! Ghost, I've seen you face the place of your birth, and now drape yourself in the substance of its shadow. Though our strength is born of similar source, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share. Best girl, my waifu Hornet. Hornet is pretty freaking awesome. Technically, best girl in Hollow Knight lore is, at least for the Hollow Knight, is still Bretta, but we'll let that slide. And besides, these two can't be like a pair because they're siblings. Both of their parents are the Pale King, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But anyway, funny then that such darkness gives me hope. Within it, I see the chance of change, a difficult journey you would face, but a choice it can create: prolong our world's stasis or face the heart of its infestation. Oh no, Remy, no. I'm not saying that on stream. I'm sorry. I'm not. I can't. I cannot legitimately do that. Also, I do apologize. My phone is going off on me here. That's not important. Okay. Alright. And then, just for funsies, because we have access to it, it faced the void and ascended unscathed. Could it unite such vast darkness? Plot, 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 plot! There is potential plot tidings in there. Does she have anything else to say, though? I'd urge you to take that harder path, but what end may come, the decision rests with you. So now we can make our way out of the abyss. For the most part, we're not fully done here yet, because there's some more we gotta do. Ideally what I want to do is, we have to come back here for major story stuff anyway, but we'll do that with Joni's Blessing and stuff next time that we come to the Abyss, because once we go back down in there, what we're going to need to do is open up the little portal area that had the seal on it, and then we'll go in there and take care of what we need to take care of. But for now, because I did not completely finish exploring Deep Nest, and because Sharp Shadow is in Deep Nest, we are going to go ahead and take a travel to fucking Deep Nest. Distant village. I'm gonna hate my life. I'm gonna hate everything I do. Oh. See, the thing is that atmospherically speaking, this is not as bad as the Abyss, the Distant Village is, but at the same time, fuck this place. So, we could not get into here. This is where we need to go. The train would have been faster. Very true. And I was right fucking I'm an idiot. Okay. Yep, that would have been much faster because then we would have just dropped right here. Okay. Well, thankfully for us, we can just pop right back up to where the stag station was, provided I do not fall. And we'll just make our way back up. Oh my gosh, that nail is so good. Oh my gosh, these spells are so good! I love you, Shaman Stone. You are my best friend. Oh! Not bad for having missed out on the game for a while. Alright. So now we'll make our way back up. We'll go back to where we were. And we will just take a quick little peek-see and see what we can see down in Deep Nest to get our Sharp Shadow Charm. And I actually have to get the other charm as well, the Weaver's Webs. So that's close enough by that it should be okay. Hidden Station, and we'll go ahead and sit down at the bench so we can update our map. And from there, we'll take the tram back and see what we can get. Tram from the Hidden Station, yep. So, we're in the right spot. Just gonna zoom right the fuck on by and get going. Left Aid! How's it going, my brother? Welcome in. Alright, so we're in the Abyss. Only missed a little bit of plot relevant points so far, Left Aid, so nothing too big. We went into the Abyss and got this little dash thing, so now we can actually become the Void and avoid damage, which is cool. Chatting with friends and watching the stream. Nice. And we need to go up, so that would be right here. Okay, so we'll take the tram. Now, unfortunately, again, we still have to go back to Deep Nest, which sucks, but at the same time, we're going in for 2 charms, so that's important. And when we look at the map now, the Ancient Basin is, I believe, completely filled out now. There's nothing left to get in there except for Palace Grounds, which that involves upgrading the Dream Nail, which is going to take a long-ass time anyway, but we'll get it done as quick as we can. We'll take this tram all the way to Deep Nest and see what we got. Press the button. Hell yes. Oh yeah, by the way, Left Aid, even though I am not sure if I'm going to get it yet or not, at least if I get the Cyberpunk game, I've got an appropriate controller for it because my 360 controller that I was using forever was kind of out of date and not responding as well. So I got a Bluetooth controller to give it a try, and this one was the only one available. And it's Cyberpunk themed, so at least I'm prepped for Cyberpunk if I get it. Okay, so we need to go through here and down. Fucking hate Deep Nest. Alright, let's go. Just might up getting the mouse and keyboard. I don't know if Cyberpunk's gonna be one of those games that requires mouse and keyboard for it to be played like efficiently or not. I don't even know if I'm gonna get it or not at the end of the day, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, there is something over here, but I already got it. So now we need to go down. And normally, these shade walls that were blocking us before we couldn't get through, we couldn't get through them because we didn't have this ability. So now we've got it. We can actually traverse through. And now we can dash through all this stuff. And it's just a matter of using this ability correctly all the way through, which the Lord only knows if I will or not, but we'll find out. Okay. We're doing all right so far, amazingly. Let's drop down. Oh my gosh, that was timed just enough that you could squeak through. And sharp shadows. You know what? Interestingly enough, I was talking before about when I do my build for like actual boss fighting, like probably when I do the Gods and Glory content or Godseeker content, however you want to call it. My Shaman Stone build was going to be Shaman Stone, Soul Catcher, Spell Twister, and then go with Quick Slash, and then followed up with Dream Wielder. Dream Wielder might not be as important with the Soul. I might actually swap in... Oh no, Sharp Shadow is 2. Fuck. Alright, we'll figure something out. But anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. And go to the less fun place. I still have to get... Well, first of all, we can take this marker away now because we don't need it anymore. Do I need the marker there? Because that's a soul fight, if I'm not mistaken. Huh. All I know is that in Deep Nest there is an area I have not been to, which I think is in the very top right corner here. This is where we get to the Weaver's Den, and I really need to go there because there's a charm there, and there's some important stuff that we can kind of see if we're lucky. So we'll go there next real fast. It's not advancing the plot, no, but at the same time, it's something we just gotta get done. And I don't want to fucking be here anymore, so the less that we need to be here, the happier I'll be. I use Sharp Shadow, Quick Slash, Mark of Pride, and Quick Focus for the Pantheons, just a recommendation. That does work really well, Remy, for damage build. I'm going to try and do a mage build for it, so we'll see. I might end up cutting the Spell Twister, just because I might not need it for what I'm doing. If not, then I might do Soul Catcher instead, tank up to max on Soul, and then Spell Twister down everything I've gotten to damage. We'll see. It's just a matter of figuring this out and tweaking it, because I've never done the Pantheon myself, and we'll just see how bad it gets. Alright, so now that we're here, I need to go up, and I'm pretty sure where I need to go to is in this corner here, but we'll just kind of check the corners of all the big rooms as we're going and see what happens, so... I do know Sharp Shadows is really, really good, specifically for the boss fights. If you can avoid it for other stuff like platforming and all that as you need, that really helps because some of the platforming sections can actually get really obnoxious with Sharp Shadow. Because, unfortunately, Sharp Shadow extends your dash range, which can throw your timing and everything off. Squeeze me, senors. Oh, the fucking spiders on the screen make me unclean. Wait, can I not go up? I can't go up. Okay. Okay. I need to go up and to the right here. So, we're gonna go this way. Oh god, that double jump makes everything so much easier. That is one nice thing. As you go back through these areas later in the game, things are not nearly as bad as when they were here originally. Dang, I'm not doing bad, actually. I mean, I'm not great at this game, but I'm not doing bad at this game. I want to go to the right. Yeah, I want to go to the right. Oh, no! No!